Goeiemôre graad 8. Ek lees vandag vir julle Thomas uit moord.net. Ons lees hoofstuk 9, bladsy 50, page 50. Thomas lê en loer na die wekker. Die ding skree al 'n volle minuut. Die warm duwy is tot onder sy ken opgetrek. Dis 6:00 in die oggend. Hy sug en steek sy hand uit om die wekker af te skakel. Versigtig steek hy sy voet oor die rand van die bed. Ai, dis koud en so vroeg. Hy sug weer en staan dan op. Hy en meneer De Tooy oefen elke dinsdagoggend sy stelskoppe voor skool. So Thomas is in his bed, waking up. He's a little bit lazy because it's very cold and it's 6 o'clock in the morning. And his alarm is going off and he's really not feeling to stand up. But it's every Tuesday he goes to practice his kicks, his rugby kicks with his educator, and that's Mr. De Tooy. Can you remember Mr. De Tooy? He is the rugby coach. So he's supposed to stand up so that he can go with Mr. De Tooy. Thomas grawe sy skoolsweetpak, rugbykouse en toks uit van een van die bokse. Hy moet tog een of ander tyd die goed ook uitpak. In sy sportsak druk hy sy toks, skoolklere en 'n handdoek. Hy kyk weer. Ja, daar is nog 'n bottel shower gel en shampoo in sy sak. Na die oefening gaan stort hy sommer by die skool. Vinnig trek hy die slaapbroek uit en pluk sy sweetpak aan. Dis vrek koud. Hy gaan vries op hierdie rugbyveld. Hy gaan sit op die bed en probeer om na die warm duwy te kyk. Eers trek hy sy dik rugbykouse aan en dan sy tekkies. Hy wil net opstaan, toe hoor hy dit. Thomas versteen, het iemand nou net sy naam opgeroep? Hy kyk versigtig om hom, dan hoor hy dit weer. Thomas Stein! Dis 'n vrou se stem. Nee, 'n jonger. Meer soos 'n meisie sin. En dis 'n fluistering. Amper asof dit nie werklik in die kamer is nie, maar ook nie noodwendig van buite nie. Thomas, help! Die stem sterf weg. Okay, so Thomas needs to go to school. So he's packing his sports kit for the rugby, and he's also packing shampoo and shower gel and a towel so that he can shower at school after his morning practice. And then just as he wants to put on his tackies to go out, he hears something. He hears his name. There's someone saying Thomas. And he stops and he thinks, who is this? Is it a woman that he hears? And then he thinks, no, it was more like a younger woman, a girl's voice. And then he hears it again and it says, Thomas, help. And he's trying to stay calm, but oh my goodness, what would you do if you hear someone? And remember now, the previous one, he's heard footsteps, someone that's printing out messages saying, please help me. So, is it connected? Let's see. Thomas vee sy klam hande aan sy sweetpakbroek af. Hy sluk swaar. Sy hart klop in sy keel en voel of dit by sy mond wil uitbons. Hy kyk om hom rond. Sy kamer lyk heel normaal. Die buitedeur is toe. Die venstertjie is opknip. So now he's looking around to see if there's someone in his room. His door is shut. His room looks normal. The windows are all closed, so there's no one in his room. Skielik hoor Thomas voetstappe. Dit kom van buite af. Swaar sole op die ystertrappe. Doef, 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 doef. Iemand is besig om by die trappe op te loop. Dis die voetstappe van nou die aand. Die persoon het teruggekom. Now, can you remember the previous time he heard someone's footsteps? Quite heavy footsteps, so it's someone older maybe. He's hearing the same footsteps again, but this time coming from the outside staircase. And he is like, this person is on his way back to me. Thomas gryp sy skooltas en tokstak en loop stilletjies na sy kamer deur toe. Hy wil nie adverteer dat hy wakker is nie. Die ou dink seker hy slaap en wil hom sommer so, terwyl hy in droomland is, verwrig of erger. So now Thomas is taking all his bags quietly. He's taking his kit bag, he's taking his school bag, and he's walking towards the door. And he's feeling maybe he should be very quiet because maybe this person coming in is thinking that he's sleeping. Maybe they want to strangle him. So he decided that he will go out quietly because he doesn't want to make this person aware of the fact that he's awake. Stadig trek hy die deur oop, stap uit en trek dit weer agter hom toe. Hy spring versigtig by die trappe af en staan vir 'n oomblik voor sy pa se kamerdeur. Nee, hy kan hulle nie wakker maak nie. Hierdie ding moet hy self oplos. Hy weet nie hoe nie, maar self sal hy dit moet doen. Op sy tone hardloop hy vinnig by die huis uit. So now he's quietly going down the staircase. He stands in front of his dad's room. Remember, his dad said that he doesn't believe in ghosts. So now he's thinking, I'm not going to wake them up for this. I'm just going to leave and go to school. In die tuintjie voor die huis gaan staan hy. Waartoe nou? Hy is so gewoond hy kan afstap na Hannes of iemand toe. En nou bly hulle kilometers van mekaar af. Hy moet hier wegkom en met iemand praat. Dalk moet hy net so gou as moontlik by die skool kom. Ja, dis 'n goeie idee. Meneer de Tooy sal daar wees. Ten minste is hy dan nie alleen nie. Thomas maak die hekkie versigtig oop. Die lig is grys en hang swaar van donker koue. So then he's like, he wish he could go to Hannes. Remember, him and Hannes used to live just in the same street from each other. Now he's living very far from Hannes, so he doesn't know where to go. So he decides maybe he should go a little bit earlier to school for practice. Mr. de Tooy will be there already. So he decides, yes, let him go. And then as he walks, he can feel the cold. He can see it's cold because the sky is grey. And, like today, it's a very cold day. Thomas kyk af en dan sien hy dit. 'n Enorme voetspoor. Die lig hierbo kan die hek is maar flouerig, maar hy kan duidelik die patroon van die skoensool sien. Hy buig af en voel aan die grond. Dis sag en die spoor lyk vars. Baie vars. En dis nuut, want gisteraand het hy met die gesig van die Kaapse winterreën gaan slaap. Hier het regtig iemand ingekom. So as he walks out, he can see a footstep on the grass. And he knows that this is someone is here right now because it's a fresh, how would I say this? It's a fresh footprint on the grass, and he realizes that someone was there right now. And he knows that this is fresh because it rained last night when he went to bed. So obviously when it's raining, there's no footprints. It's washed away. Vinnig skiet Thomas om die hoek en naal skool toe. Die skooltas en die sportsak kap teen sy bene, maar hy kom dit nie eens agter nie. Hy hardloop om by die skool tot by die ingang by die rugbyveld. In die verte sien hy 'n figuur staan, meneer de Tooy. Hy het nooit gedink hy sal so bly wees om hierdie ou te sien nie. Thomas hardloop tot by meneer de Tooy, gooi sy tas en sak neer en val op die gras neer. Sy bors brand en hy kan skaars asemhaal. So obviously he's scared and he's running to school. As he gets to school, he sees Mr. de Tooy on the rugby field and he runs towards him. And he is so relieved to see someone that he knows, okay? And then he falls down on the grass and he just takes a breath because he's been running for his life. Just think if you're scared, Sadie, especially you that you know, if you hear something and you run to your room, how scared you are. The same thing here. Thomas is very scared, so he ran to school. Is alles reg, Thomas? Jy is so bleek soos 'n laken, meneer de Tooy frons. So now Mr. de Tooy is looking at him, he's like, are you okay? You're very bleak. Now remember, so bleek soos 'n laken is 'n vergelyking, né? Onthou bietjie, dis sommer taalbetekenis. Thomas kom agter, sy hande bewe en hy vroetel in sy sak om te keer dat meneer de Tooy iets agterkom. Nee, ek spiek fyn meneer, ek het net gedink ek is laat en toe hardloop ek die hele pad. Meneer de Tooy bly vir 'n oomblik stil en kyk ondersoekend na Thomas. Dit lyk nie of hy aan hierdie storie byt nie. Dan slaan hy op en stap na sy sak toe. Hy haal 3 rugbybal uit. So now, Thomas is shivering, okay, because he's scared. So he puts his hand into his bag, but Mr. Du Toit can't see that he is shaking, okay. And Mr. Du Toit looks at him and is like, are you sure you're okay? Remember, Thomas doesn't want to tell anybody about this except the 2 people that knows, Alex and Hannes. So he's trying to keep it away from everyone else. He says, oh, everything's fine, sir. And then Mr. Du Toit takes out 3 rugby balls and says, now, well, then let's start our practice. Nou goed, Thomas, laat ons 'n bietjie opwarm. Jy het nou klaar gehardloop, so kom ons doen 'n paar strekoefeninge. Thomas volg meneer Du Toit se voorbeeld en doen die strekoefeninge. Hy voel hoe hy effens ontspan. Hy moet net nie aan die huis dink nie. Vergeet van die voetstappe. Vergeet van die stem wat sy naam geroep het. Vergeet van alles vir nou. Rugby is sy game. Rugby is sy lewe. En hy is damn goed daarin. So while he's practicing, he's like, no, forget about all the bad things, forget about the footsteps, forget about someone calling your name, forget about it. Focus on rugby. You're a great rugby player. Focus on it while you're practicing. Vir die volgende uur is Thomas heeltemal gefokus en oefen hy sy skoptegnieke saam met die afrigter. Hy het nie verniet verlede jaar Kruiwenweek gespeel nie en meneer Du Toit sê hy kan nog ver kom. So he's practicing his kicks. He's been in provincial rugby teams. And his coach believes that he can go further. 7:30 roep meneer Du Toit halt. Halt means to stop now, it's enough. Hulle sal nou moet gaan stort as hulle betyds vir skool wil wees. Knap gedaan, Thomas, sê meneer Du Toit. Ek kan jou afslag omdat jy nie Saterdag kan speel nie, maar miskien is dit goed. Dit gee ons tyd om 'n bietjie te werk aan daai fynere tegnieke en as jy weer op die veld is, dan speel jy 'n barshou. Meneer Du Toit glimlag en sit sy arm om Thomas se skouer. Thomas, oor 'n jaar of 2 gaan jy die mense aan die praat hê. Jy het die vaardighede en die aanleg. Ons moet dit net 'n bietjie slyp. Okay, so now his coach says, well done, Thomas, you did very well. And he says in a year or 2, you are going to be the talk of the town. Everybody's going to know who you are because of the rugby that you are playing. We just need to tweak a little bit, fine tweaking, and you will be one of the best. Thomas glimlag verleen mompel. Ja, meneer. By die skool, to smile verleen is to like, he's a little bit shy about what the sir says, but he's trying to stay humble, okay. Hy sien Hannes op die ou plek staan. Hy weet nie hoekom nie, maar skielik voel hy vreeslik verlig toe hy hom sien. Ja, jy loser, groet Thomas vir Hannes en gooi sy skooltas en sy sportsak neer. Alex sien Hannes en Thomas staan en kom vinnig na hulle toe aanstap. Tom, het iets gebeur gisterand? Vra sy. Thomas wik en weeg. Hy wil nie soos 'n baba klink nie. Maar iets het gebeur. Hy haal diep asem en kyk na hulle. Ja, wel, eintlik vanoggend, net voor ek gaan rugby oefen het. Wat? Alex pluk hom aan sy arm van opgewondenheid. Thomas vertel hulle van die stem wat sy naam geroep het. Is jy seker sy het gesê Thomas Stein? Was dit nie dalk 'n bergie of 'n straatkind of iets nie? Vra Hannes. Nee, sy het 3 keer gesê Thomas en 1 keer nog Stein ook bygevoeg. Sy het gesê ek moet haar help. So then, as he finished his shower and is ready for school, he sees Hannes and Alex, and they call each other and they're talking to each other. And Alex says, so did something happen last night? And he says he doesn't want to say something, but then he realizes he should because they know of everything. And he doesn't want to sound like a baby. Remember, I think he likes Alex a little bit. So he says to her, well, yes, someone called my name 3 times. And they said my surname. Hannes then says, are you sure it's not like someone from the street or a hobo or something? And he says, no. They specifically said my name and my surname. And cried for help, asking me to help them. Okay guys, I'm going to make another video because this video is a little bit long and I need a little bit of a break, just a water break, so I'll come back to you just now.